What it is, what it do, cyber world. It is your girl, the one and only Ash Said It. AshSaidIt.com, AshSaidIt.com. This is the Ash Said It Daily Podcast Show. I appreciate you guys for all of your love and support. Yes, over 1,200 episodes and 500,000 streams worldwide. None of this would be possible without you guys, so I thank you so very much. Today, I am joined by the founder and CEO of GetPregnantNow.com, the wonderfully talented Saskia. So, Saskia, how are you?
I am great, Ash. Thank you so much for
Oh.
inviting me, and I want to also say hello to your beautiful audience, anyone who's listening to the show.
Yes, thank you. Well, Saskia, you have quite a resume, as we were looking over your work and everything that you've been involved in and doing. So, how did you get started in the baby making business?
The baby making business. Well, first of all, I was in the baby making business because I got 8 kids. No, not 8. 5 children in 8 years' time, and I'm a mother who absolutely loves to have a big family, have children, and next to that, I started into therapy, into deeper healing, into deeper coaching, and I came across so many women who had deeper blocks, like subconscious fears about motherhood and about getting pregnant, and there was such a demand, and I started working with women from all over the world who wanted to create a family, and what happened was that like 7 out of 10 got pregnant, and I thought, well, here we do have something. When you go deeper and see where the fears are, if you're medically able to conceive, because the woman I work with, they have quote unquote unexplained infertility, and what that means, medically it's not explainable, but it's unexplained infertility, and the work that I do is 99% of the times explainable, because it's not in the physical body, it is in the emotional body, in where we have deeper fears and blocks. And that's how I help women to get pregnant and find out what's the number one reason that blocks you. And it's amazing to see when we figure that out, when we release the deeper block, where women they get pregnant.
Wow.
And even if they're 48 years old, or if the doctors have told them, oh, your eggs are too old, or, you can't conceive naturally. It's even science now, Ash. What I like is that science proves when you do body-mind work that you double your chances to conceive. This is science. So regardless if it's IVF or natural conception. So that explains a lot of how the body and mind work seamlessly together.
Interesting. That is very fascinating because, we hear about, IVF and people going to the clinics and things and, they're set to help them, but nothing is guaranteed with that. And from what I hear,
No.
It's very expensive, right?
Well, it's like $25,000, and the thing is, IVF works if you have a medical issue, but that's why only 20% of all IVFs work,
right.
Because 80% of the time, everybody who struggles with infertility, they think, oh, my last hope is to go to a fertility clinic, and when they meet me, and they're like, oh my God, I never knew that there is the body-mind approach, and that is so successful. Instead of, IVF is great, but only if you have a medical issue. If there's an emotional issue, like fear of motherhood, or there's been trauma, or there's been abortion, or there's been adoption, or there's been miscarriage, or there's deep fear of how do I combine, motherhood and my partner and my baby and my work and my friends, or what I see often too, if you want to have a second child, and that child has been sick, or that there's a death, or something is going on where you were overwhelmed, that blocks the pregnancy.
So you said something interesting that I definitely want to pull from. So for females that have fear of being a mother, getting pregnant, childbirth, and things of that nature, what would be I don't know, would you say treatment? What would be, I guess, the
Yeah.
protocol with someone like that?
Well, when they come to me, we always see that 100% of the women that come to me, regardless of what they have negative self-talk. And what happens is you keep doing the negative self-talk, like what if I'm too old, or what if motherhood is not in the cards for me, or what if I can't have my baby, or what if I miscarry again. The thing is, you come into this hamster wheel where you basically program your body into all with the negative thinking into sabotaging the whole pregnancy. Because I had a client and she kept thinking, what if I miscarry again? What if I miscarry again? And before she came to me, she had miscarried like 5 times. And I said, we have to get you out of that hamster wheel where you start to embody and behave like you're super fertile. And what if you trust the innate wisdom of your body to carry your baby full term? So she carried her baby and she gave birth to a healthy son. But we had to get her out of that negative spin. And the thing is a lot of people say, oh, just trust. But that's the biggest nonsense. Because trust needs to be built. Because everyone who comes to me, they really don't have trust. They have trust for 2 weeks. And then for 2 weeks, they're in a negative cycle again. And they get in fear. And fear impacts the neurological pathways of the brain. And it sets your body in this negative spin of not getting pregnant. And it's just amazing when I see women when they have the right tools and they get daily practices and they see what their blocks are, how they can open up and how they get pregnant.
Amazing. All right. So people have dubbed you the baby whisperer. All right. So we're going to the baby whisperer. So you guys, we're going to take a brief break. And when we come back, we're going to talk more with Saskia and we're going to find out how you guys can get in contact with her and maybe she can help you along your way in your baby making journey. So hang tight. We'll be right back. Did you know that some foods can cause weight gain, body aches, and extreme fatigue? These are just some of the symptoms of food intolerance. Well, what is food intolerance? Food intolerance can occur when the body cannot properly digest certain foods. This can result in acid reflux, migraines, and so many other painful issues. How do you find out what foods are causing this irritation? It's easy. Pinner test. With 500,000 satisfied clients worldwide, Pinner test is the #1 way of identifying foods that may be causing discomfort. This simple at-home kit is easy to use with results usually within 2 weeks via email. It's that simple, all right? What are you waiting for? Go visit pinnertest.com and use my special promo code AshSaidIt for your discount today. Welcome back to the Ash Said It Daily podcast show. We are chatting today with Miss CEO herself of GetPregnantNow.com, Miss Saskia. So, Saskia, I want to talk a little bit more about women that they have questions. They think maybe they need to go and check out your website, or maybe they need to actually get in contact with you, or maybe some of your colleagues. What would be the next step for them if they think that they have questions?
Well, the beautiful thing is that on my site I have a fertility assessment. So it's a quiz. It takes you 2 minutes, and you can do a quiz. And then after that, I tell you what probably is the one reason that blocks your pregnancy. And then I have 3 little videos where I explain in detail how I work with you. Like where we look at, what's your #1 fear, what blocks your pregnancy, then how can you release that deeper fear? And then, how do you really get in that state of becoming fertile and opening your body up again? Yeah, it's super simple. You go to getpregnant.com, getpregnantnow.com, and you click on the quiz and you get started right away.
Awesome. Now, last but certainly not least, what advice can you offer to women that are struggling with infertility, but they have that sense of doubt in their mind about your methods?
I would say what you could do is first check me out. Because doubt, I get it. I mean, there is doubt because they've probably done a ton of work, so it's good. But then again, there's scientific research that shows the body-mind approach more than doubles your chances. So that's just a fact. That's not what I make up. But what they can start playing with is if they think about what are they saying to themselves. For example, if you say, "Oh, what if my eggs are too old?" Then I would advise you just try me out and try how it feels, right? Because this is how I work. Say to yourself, what if my eggs are filled with life potential? Or what if my eggs are glowing and filled with life potential? And what if motherhood is in the cards for me? And what if I get pregnant at the exact right time? And see, if you start saying that to your daily, how that start to reset your body and how to start to reset how that feels in your mind. And how then I see with my clients who start with me and then a week later in the next session, they're like, wow, I feel so much different. And I mean, there's so much to do on this level. And there is so much hope. But I would say to anyone, my heart breaks for old women that keep trying if you've done the same things over and over. The affirmations and praying and the yoga and the eating gluten-free and the acupressure, if still you're not pregnant, you have to figure out what is the number one reason. What is blocking your pregnancy? And if it's not medical, there is something else going on. And that is my expertise. Figure out, what is blocking your pregnancy and then give you the tools to move forward. But one of the first things I do with everybody is to start switching the way you think, to get out of that negative self-talk because it impacts your body. And all the trauma and the stress of, they're an emotional roller coaster, and you don't want to be one day you're hopeless and the other day you're hopeful. You want to stay steady because I believe that happy moms attract happy babies. You don't want to, the baby is probably sitting on your shoulder. And babies want to come to happy moms. And if you're so hopeless and one day you're this and one day you're that, that's not very attractive for a baby to come to you because energetically, they're already there. And that's why you probably feel them around you. And when I talk with women, I can sense if there's a baby around them. That's why they call me the baby whisperer. And I'm like, you know what? I really feel this boy energy around you. But then again, that's not enough, right? You want to get pregnant. And that needs work usually. If you've been struggling with unexplained fertility, I dare you seek help and check out my quiz. It's free, it's easy, and you get more clarity about what blocks your pregnancy.
Sounds like a plan. Saskia, thank you so much for joining us today and dropping those gemstones on us. Awesome.
Yeah.
Really
Thank
appreciate
you so much.
that. And again, let everyone know the best way to get in contact with you and to find out more about your methods.
Yeah, you go to getpregnantnow.com and you go from there. You find out the number one reason that blocks you from getting pregnant. And I love to talk to you.
Sounds like a plan. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for your support and your love. Makes a huge difference. Keep in mind, anyone to tell you that you can't do what you want to do, you look them square in the face and tell them, don't believe me. Just watch. Watch what I do. Watch me make it happen. Watch me make history. That's what we're doing this for. We're doing this for the history books. Social media is nice, but real life is way better. Until next time, you guys.